today is the start of my second week of paternity leave for this little one. And today we have a newborn photo shoot. She is a week and 2 days old. And we're gonna have a photo shoot with mummy, daddy, baby, and the dog gets to come too. So Daniella's mother is coming up today. Oh, we have a wee squirmer. Daniella's mother's coming up today to help look after the dog while we take pictures with the photographer. So we're driving to hers this morning. I think we have 4 hours there. So hopefully we can get some nice photos of this little one. Just back from our photo shoot. Decided not to video at it. Just stay out of her way, let her do her thing. She was really good. She got some good photos, which we won't get to see until 4 or 5 days, and then it'll take 4 to 5 weeks for her to get the ones that we choose edited and finished. But look at this. This is quite crazy. Had this car a week and I've just had a good test drive of it in the snow. So it went well. A bit scary, but it went well. So I am just out to try and bring the bin in, because our bin is overflowing and the bin needed taken out this morning. So, evening of day 1 of week 2. The little one here's awake, but being quiet and just observing the world. We had our photo shoot, which went really well. She was a super good girl. She was. Decided not to ask if we could video, just let the lady get to it, and looks like the videos should be, not the videos, the photos should be great. Look at this little face here. You okay, little miss? What's that? Is that the camera? We're on an adventure today. We are away to get this little miss a bank account. But it's very wet and rainy today.
Always very wet and rainy.
That's Scotland.
She's hungry.
Okay, let's go. And she made it crossing the car park. Mummy nearly didn't. She nearly fell into the basket. It was that windy. Daddy had to take her and rescue her. But unfortunately, we now have to go back outside to get to Nationwide. And we forgot the top cover. We've just got a blanket. Bad parents. Yes, okay, I'll take the blame. Unfortunately, Nationwide say you have to book an appointment. So Mummy's going to go back on Monday with, hopefully Nanny can take her, because Daddy's going to be back at work. And this little one started crying. She's settled now that we're on the move, but I'm going to go to Debenham's cafe and see if we can give her a little feed.
Here, you're eating your handies.
Oh no. Ah, can't see Daniella. Oh. There she is. So this Debenhams that we're in is where we normally get our dollars as well. Not today though. Not be doing that today. Oh, we're starting to get settled again. Oh, that was a big jump. Let's go. Find a seat. Went for a little bottle feed. I think she's a hungry baby this morning. Oh, happy baby. So vanilla latte for Mum, and a salted caramel and banana muffin, a cappuccino for Daddy, and a St. Clement's muffin, whatever that is. Oh,
You're making a mess.
oh no. Hungry baby. So
She favors that side, facing that side.
facing that way. So that's why she prefers the right when feeding, because Daniella rugby balls. That'll be why. So managed a bit of a feed, half the bottle, was it? Yeah. Now for us to enjoy we've had our muffins, time to enjoy our coffee, and hopefully she'll relax for a bit. So we're sound asleep. I think the rain on the roof is doing white noise for her just to sleep. It's helping. So gonna drop into Boots, get our free thing, maybe O2 because my contract's running out, and maybe the Disney shop because you can't go past the Disney shop and not go in. Oh, look at you sleeping. And
she sleep through her first visit and now she's going to sleep through her second?
Hopefully she'll not sleep through it all. Well, actually no, hopefully she will. I'd rather she slept than cried. And she's in. We're home. We didn't go to O2 because there's still some time left in my contract. We went to the Disney store but didn't buy anything. And we went to Boots and got our, what's it called, a bounty?
I know, Emma's Diaries.
Oh, Emma's Diaries, so we'll show you what was in that later. But little miss screamed most of the way home because she had a great big poop in her nappy. Decided not to film that. So we're home now. The snow has finally all gone. So little miss is going to get a feed. And little mister, he's going to get a run with his daddy. Because it's long overdue. So we've opened our Emma's Diary gift pack. This is gift pack 3, which is, oh, if it'll focus, new family. So there's mum to be, bump to baby, and new family. We've received the other ones and opened them previously, so let's show you what was inside pack 3. First up, the most boring bits. Flyer for Boots Parenting Club, which we're already signed up to. Free Graze boxes, and Ocado the online supermarket 30% offs. Never heard of them. Next is barrier ointment protection from nappy rash. Thankfully our little one has not had any sort of nappy rash yet. Next up, more coupons or vouchers for toothpaste, but with them also came toothpaste, milk teeth from Aquafresh 0 to 2 years. Okay, cocoa butter formula massage lotion stretch marks. I'm guessing it means like anti-stress stretch marks or stretch marks prevention.
It says 4 stretch marks.
Oh, that tiny little 4 there. Oh, it's not going to autofocus on that. There it is. There's a tiny little word 4 between the orange writing and the stretch marks. I didn't notice it. Oh, and there was tummy butter stretch marks. So that was everything in the bag. Not too exciting, but it's something.
I can't get it out.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yes.
It's a roses, Jarvis. You can't eat roses.
Little delivery from Moonpig. Your daddy's a romantic, Thea.
Oh, first time in 8 years. Is that what happens when you're a baby? Become romantic.
Unfortunately, I have the baby, so you'll have to go and find a vase yourself. I think the glass one's in the bottom of the tall cupboard.
So then you have to cut it and everything.
Okay, we'll get them in there for now, and I'll sort that later for you. And remember to water these ones.
I do water them. I'm not allowed to lift anything.
She's not allowed to lift anything. She's not allowed to lift a cup of water to water her roses.
Not these, the other ones we got. This one died.
Yeah, these ones died.
These ones will be easier because they're longer.
Okay, Jarvis wants them. Oh no, wrong time to start videoing. Little Miss has woken up. Yes, you have. What's that? Who's that? That's you. She's woken up. And she's decided she doesn't want to... Look at that little smirk. She doesn't want to come back. She doesn't want to go back down. She wants to stay awake. She wants to spend some time with us. I swear she has FOMO. Yes, you do. You have the fear of missing out. You don't want to sleep. No, you don't. You in your little Minnie Mouse pajamas. So it looks like it could be a long afternoon with this little one. Oh dear, here we go. a little update while we're sleeping away here. Thea's cord came off this morning. So tomorrow she is 2 weeks old, sorry. So she's 13 days old. And she's been home for, now let's see, 7 days was Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She's 11. She's been home 11 days and her cord has finally come off. So our little belly button is free. Good morning. Today, Thea is 2 weeks old. I genuinely can't believe it. 2 weeks old today. Today is Saturday, the 15th of February. And Daddy unfortunately goes back to work on Monday. Not fun. Oh Thea, it's not been a good weather for the last 2 weeks I've been off, has it? No, it hasn't. Someone has just been changed and seems to be relaxing again, so that's good. Since a couple of days ago she's been down to one poo every day or every other day, and she certainly compensates for the smaller frequency of pooing by bigger poos. Big sloppy blowouts that are a bit gritty, would you say?
Poonami.
Would you say gritty or bitty?
Bitty.
Bitty. We've also been watching quite a lot of Tim Tracker and Jen. It's been great to see them and how they've been handling Jackson at the parks and at home, and knowing that we're not that far behind them. So it's been given a bit of confidence that if their little one can make it to the park, so can ours. Sleepy little baby here. So it's still Saturday, 2 weeks old today, and there's the door for some guests. Hi, so Daniella's still got guests around. Unfortunately one of them is a bit afraid or timid around dogs, so I've taken Jarvis to what used to be my man cave. It's now a kind of storage, dumping grounds and home office-ish. Taking the dog there to do some editing. I'll just show you quickly around. So as you can see, it's a mess. Okay, this is my kind of workstation where I can work from home if needs be and do editing. And Jarvis, so Jarvis can get his bed in underneath the desk and beside the radiator. Lucky him. So I'll sit you back. So yeah, as I was saying, I am sat here doing some editing, letting the guests get some time with the baby and Daniella without the fear of the dog. I know he's completely harmless and he's a little fluff, but I understand some people are uncomfortable around dogs, so that's completely fine. I'm happy to do this. And it also means the baby's not as overcrowded. So, looking back on the 2 weeks, I've taken some notes down over the last few days, and which is what I'm going to keep glancing up to, like this, to read off the screen. So, the last 2 weeks have been different, a really different experience in my life. Absolutely amazing, but also terrible. Absolutely terrible. The sleeping situation has been a nightmare. I don't function well on little sleep as it is, so this has been a real challenge for me. During the nights I've found myself I really struggle. Whenever Daniella goes to feed, I've tried to get some extra sleep, so as whenever the baby is done, I keep saying the baby, Thea, so as whenever Thea is done, I'm able to then hold her, try and comfort her before putting her back to bed, and let Daniella then get to sleep. So it's been mad. But yeah, I'm just going to run you through some notes I've had. Guests coming. We learned quickly that evening guests aren't the best idea. We find that we were better off having guests in the afternoon. That then let us have the evening to calm down and try and get into a routine. You know, be that bathing Thea or just feeding her and getting her to bed. It meant that we had a time period between them leaving and us going to bed to get things sorted. So that's our word of advice mainly. Limit yourself to no more than one set of guests a day and do it during the day, and have a couple of days with no guests. Those were important. just for us to relax and to catch up on like housework and that too. Deliveries. If you're lucky enough to have as generous friends and family as we've had, or we have, you'll get a lot of deliveries. So yeah, just be alert, be prepared for that. It meant that there was a lot of times of quickly putting her down to go and run to the door. It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm trying not to, I'm just giving you a heads up of what happens. Patience and forgiveness. Yeah, you gotta be patient with each other. I have cracked quite a few times at night of getting grumpy, and I've been trying to just rein it in. Danielle's been very patient with me and I've been patient with her, and we've just learned that you might snap every now and then. Just that's when, so if the other person snaps, that's when it's your turn to try and take over, try and help, try and relieve the stress a bit. So yeah, just be patient with each other. Okay, the dog. Jarvis has been an absolute dream with her. Day one, he was a bit cautious of what is this crying noise in the corner, and then wanting to lick her face all the time. We're very much encouraging him, trying to make sure that he's getting loved and cuddles during the day and that he's not scared of her. There was a point at which that I was a little bit afraid he might have been like, oh, I can't go near her, I'm not allowed to, which I then basically dumped her on him and was like, good boy, trying to make sure that he knows that it's okay, he's not to be scared of her, he just has to not lick her face. So he's been absolutely brilliant. I have no fear of him with her. He's been great. Let me see. Heating. Get an understanding of how your heating works before you have a baby. So yeah, long story short, we had issues with our heating of it not heating up the house properly. My dad helped me with that. We worked out the problem. We fixed valves on the radiator and we repositioned our living room so as the radiators got as much openness exposure to the rest of the room. We then didn't put the heating on much because I'm a cheapskate, and when it came to putting on the heating with a baby in the house, we could not find the right balance. We don't have anything fancy like Hive, we just have a thermostat, which it turns out we didn't understand how it worked. We thought it clicking meant that it was turning on at all. Turns out it clicking means it's going to do work to heat up the house more. So yeah, we noticed that after a week or so. The first couple of days we were accidentally cooking ourselves. The thermometer that came with the baby box, not great. It definitely lies to us about how hot it is. So we bought one of the Grow eggs and we found it to be a lot better judgment of what the temperature is. So yeah, word of advice, get to grips with how to heat up your house and how to maintain the heat. What's a good balance for you. Okay, cleaning and washes. We've been doing that daily. I think we've been putting a wash on once, maybe twice a day, but we have been slacking on the actual cleaning of the house, I'll not lie. Dishes and clothes washes have been our top priority, trying to keep on top of that. And the floors, not really hoovering as much, but more mopping because we have a dog and it's been terrible weather, so muddy paw prints. We've been trying to keep on top of it, but it's not easy, and we've accepted that. We've accepted that we live in a not the tidiest house in the world, and to be honest, we're okay with that. We accept that there is going to be slacking for a while until we can get truly on our feet. Okay, what we've bought the last week, I'll come back to that one. The things that we bought, we did find that we were lacking, not lacking, we were finding things that we thought would be a lot more helpful in life, and they were. So I'll come back to that one on what we've bought over the last 2 weeks that we missed out. Okay, ability to lift, yes. So let's talk about the C-section. With the C-section, we found that no one has spoken to us about it before. No one had really shared with us their problems. So the main issue was Daniella can't lift things. For the first week she couldn't lift the baby, which meant more work for me, but it was an emotional strain and drain on Daniella. I mean, she's just had this baby and she's not able to lift it herself. She has to ask people to hand her it. I was there trying to hand her the baby as much as possible and try and be there for her, but I can imagine it was not an easy experience to go through. So be prepared for that. With the C-section, that also meant that for breastfeeding, you can't hold the weight on your stomach. She's had to go for a sort of rugby ball approach underarm, because that keeps any pressure away from her stomach. So that's another thing with the C-section. It also meant that she wasn't able to like lift things off the floor, bend over, pick them up. She's not able to drive for 6 weeks. So there's a lot of things that she can't do, which makes things harder. There's also the fact of, let's see, as I say, point, no, I've not written this down. I've had to give Daniella those injections every day. I'm needle phobic. It wasn't easy. So it's something to stop her from, I know I've gone through this earlier in the video, but it's something to stop her from clotting. So yeah, there's that. Thankfully it was just in her thigh. It was 2 days in the hospital of that, and then 8 days at home of that. So we are done that. I'm very happy. But as a heads up, you have to go through that as well. Sterilising stuff. Yes, so we bought a ton of Milton. But we'll get back to that because that's stuff that we bought. Okay, master your heating, I've already been through that. Have no more than one visitor a day between lunch and dinner. I've said that. Have a list and update daily. So this was a good one. This helped us a lot. We just had a notepad. So just a lined notepad that we've had every day. Each day, to start the day, we would take a new page and write down a list of things to do, including things that were left off from the day before. So it could be things as simple as, I don't know, buy this, sort insurance, cook lunch, make sure you wash this, buy this. I'm not saying and repeating of things, but I'm trying to remember what it all was on it. Oh, passport, go and register the baby, things like that. So that really helped us to have a list that we updated daily, and just literally a physical list so we didn't forget anything. Score it off when it was done, start the list over again, including those items that weren't done the day before. So that really helped. So that's kind of my notes for overall the experience. I've also written down some notes per day, but I'm trying to see if any of them are actually really worthwhile. So let's see. Thursday, day 3, midwife came. She'd lost 6% of her weight. It can be, they accept up to 10%, so that's fine. She got her heel pricked that day. I got back out to running with the dog because the weather was alright at that point. That really helped me. Being able to go out, do some exercise, stretch my legs, calm the dog down. That helped me like mentally to get some fresh air. Let's see. We were still failing it overnight sleeping. The first week and a half was hell, to put it nicely. We eventually have got it down to nearly a good pattern of in bed by 10, up about 1-ish for feed and change, back down by 2, and then that's the same again at 5 o'clock and back down by 7, which could hopefully work because during the week when I'm working, I'm up at 5 AM to go to the gym before work. So if we can get that down to a T, that routine, that works perfectly because I'm up anyway. Okay, day 4 was when baby had her first bath. She didn't like it, she screamed the entire time. We think it's a case of it might have been too cold. We went for, now Daniella did this, as in she knows the numbers and I don't, so I think it was 37 degrees we warmed the bath up to, and I think that was our downfall. We warmed the bath up to that temperature. By the time she was in it, it probably dropped a few degrees. So our advice, get it up to 38, maybe 39, and get the baby ready and watch for the temperature to drop to the ideal temperature and then bath her. We did that the other nights and it worked far better. It might just be a case of she was more used to it, she was more happy with it. It might have been a case of the temperature was more right, but she didn't scream at all the other night. She just kind of sat there. I don't know what the word, but happy. Just begins with C. I don't know. She was complacent. Is that the word? Yeah, she was calm and she accepted it. Let's see, on day 4 we also moved the armchair into the bedroom. So breastfeeding on the bed did not go well. The mattress was too soft. So I had to take the legs off one of our armchairs. I say one of our armchairs, our only armchair, and put it in the bedroom. That way Danielle had a firm upright position to feed in, and things have gone a lot easier since then. Day 5, let's see, nappies started smelling. That was a notable thing. Nappies hadn't smelled at all until that point, and we were getting runnier poos. They were turning lighter in colour, so that was good. Sunday, day 6, we didn't sleep well. She feeds great during the day. We started watching Tim Tracker a lot more, because Tim and Jen, they have Jackson now, and it's been great watching them and learning from them and seeing how they get on in Disney, because Jackson's about, what, a couple of weeks younger than what Thea will be when we first go to the parks in May. Okay. Okay, the following Monday was the photo shoot. She was great at that, nice and warm. The photographer was absolutely brilliant. It started snowing that day, so that's when the weather really took a downpour. It was horrendous. Okay, and that's kind of my notes from there. The last week, another thing is we've started bottle feeding at night. Last night we didn't do it. I don't know how we got away with that, but we found that if Daniela can express during the day a bottle or two for night, one of the nighttime feeds can be a bottle, which means we're guaranteed we know how much she's getting, 60 to 80 mils, and it kind of knocks her out to sleep. That really helped. So Daniela's been breastfeeding during the day, and then a bottle feed at night helped her get to sleep, and therefore helped us get to sleep. So I think that's all kind of my notes. Let me see what all the things that we bought were and talk about them. Okay, so things that we bought. We bought more milk storage pots. We needed them. We bought milk tin sterilising fluid and a big 5-litre jug. Not jug, it's like a pot thing. It's called a, I don't know, Milton cold water steriliser. It's something sold by Milton. Big massive jug for 5 litres to go in. You put in your sterilising fluid with that. That stays good for 24 hours. It means we can put all our like bottle lids and things in that for cleaning, well, sterilising after they've been cleaned. Daniela bought more tank tops and tops that were easy to breastfeed through. Let's see what else. We bought the grow egg. We actually, don't know why, we bought a Sunny Stroll activity arch. She kind of looked at it strange for a couple of minutes, and then that was it. We realised she was too young for that. We bought a top and tail bowl. So top and tail bowl, I'm going to open this one up and show you upstairs. This is a top and tail bowl. So what it means is you put cotton pads in one side and water in the other. And what that allows you to do is use warm water and cotton buds rather than wipes to clean the baby. So the reason that we wanted this was for at night. We found that the water wipes, she'd start crying whenever we touched her with them. They were too cold. So this meant that we could change her without the shock of cold, and hopefully she'd stay sleepier. And then we also bought more express pouches for the Tommy Tippy pump. So these are freezable pouches for the breast milk, because we were starting to run out of them. So that's the things that we kind of bought. And so it was basically more sterilising stuff. A lot more wipes as well, because we went to Boots one day. And yeah, just topping up on that. We've done more Tesco shops. Getting home delivery while we're in this state really made sense and worked well for us. Meant that we could do our online shop in our own time. We didn't feel rushed at all to get it done. We could do it over a couple of days and edit and change it, and not have to be like, right, okay, we need to get home and, you know, accidentally miss something. So that worked for us, really did. I think that's it. If you have any questions at all, any comments, advice, or just you want to see more of how we get on, please drop a comment below and let us know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.